Hello once again, and welcome to another Saturday night. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Yeah, thanks to you for joining me once again. Get some shout outs here. See, there are some people already in the chat. We got Phil Brad. Last week, Phil Brad, you asked me a question. You asked me if Brad was a simp. And I said, yes, Brad was a simp, but, I didn't take a good look at your last name. So I'll just, if you meant like the pale Brad, I was just, I'll just play it anyway. But, Brads can be a simp, but I'm sure you didn't mean yourself. Also, Toya the Tutor, what's going on? Appreciate you for stopping by, Juan G's. Yeah, so let's get this party started. Today's today's topic, well, tonight's topic is obsessive hypocrisy, the mixed messaging. Yeah, because this is a space, and I know that this is becoming a trend for people who are on YouTube that are familiar with the black space and the black manosphere. Um, I just been seeing a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of obsessions, and a lot of mixed messaging. Now, the obsession part, we talk about a certain content creator, and like my thing is this: there's nothing wrong with sharing your views and your criticisms on these particular content creators. My thing is, if you want it to stop, why don't you stop? And that's with me too. If I want something to stop, then I'm gonna stop it. It's not an issue with me. It's not an issue of whether or not you agree or disagree with the most popular, top tier, most, the content creators with the biggest numbers. Because if they want to answer you, they'll just very well answer you. And I'm just like, okay, if you criticize, that's great. But if you start saying a bunch of blatant shit that has no evidence or no foundation, then maybe we're just being bitches at the end of the day. I mean, shit. I mean, it's just, okay. Here's why I say the hypocrisy part. All right. There have been certain content creators that have been pushing these messages of, okay, the space focuses too much on women. And I'm fine with whatever content creator puts their focus on, as long as the message sounds like it makes sense. I mean, shit. And the one thing I also understand is, if I don't like a content creator, even if I'm subscribed to them, if I don't like a content creator, I'm just simply not going to watch them. I'm not going to watch them. And, I'm not going to constantly complain about rhetoric, especially if I'm a content creator. Because, see, it's my duty to produce the kind of content that I want to see. And I don't understand why other content creators can't get that. I say, okay, but here's the hypocritical part. These same content creators that say that we focus too much on women always end up in a conversation about women. Like, that's the most amazing, phenomenal thing I've ever seen. How in the hell can you sit up there and say all we do is focus on women, all we do is focus on our hurt, our trauma, all we do is shit on women and all this other shit, and then you end up in a conversation about women. Now, this saying was introduced to me by Indigenous TV. Shout out to that person, by the way. getting more bitches. Like he was the one, he was one of the ones to say, well, all this space focus on is getting more bitches. And this is no criticism of him, but my thing is with all of you, and not just him, if you're going to complain about certain content creators talking about getting more bitches, you need to be consistent across the board. Period. Like, to come to me with that complaint is like, okay, well, if you have that complaint, why do I see you in other chats saying the exact opposite? And it's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. That's why I'm the guy tonight that is going to be Kev the Not Stupid. I was Kev the Weekend Warrior, Kev the Indiscriminate. Now I'm Kev the Not Stupid. Because I'm not stupid. And I don't believe that black people are initially stupid. I believe we do stupid things. I believe we say stupid things. But we're not stupid. Black people in general are not stupid. So why are we pretending like black people are stupid by sending all this mixed messaging out here? If you don't want people to talk about women, why are you talking about women? And then I began to process it and be like, oh, I get it. It's not that the space focuses on women too much. It's the fact that your favorite content creator said that we focus on women too much. And then they proceed to focus on women. Like, I don't know. I have a panel full of people who talk about getting more bitches. So here's my stance. Here's my view. Okay, if your content works, then by all means, I'm proud of you. I'm not going to tell you what you can and cannot talk about. Period. All you have to do is all you have to do, and I've said this before, like maybe 5 minutes ago, all you have to do is not watch that content creator. Dry their shit up. But y'all ain't going to do that. Because I discovered one thing about us. We love to complain. We love to complain about everything. It's not a live and let live situation. Now, as far as the space goes, let me see who's down in this chat. I'm listening. Indigenous TV. Get more bitches better. That's what the space is morphed into, is getting more bitches better versus hoes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for showing up once again. I knew you'd be here. But look, it's like if I shout you out, I'm not gonna talk behind anyone's back. You've been following me pretty good, but it's the thing is like is troubling to me. Oh, I'm listening. What's going on? How y'all doing? The thing that's troubling to me is we'll sit up there and we'll badmouth other content creators for saying this. We'll say that they're old niggas. Oh, I love that old nigga thing. I'm gonna get at y'all asses for that one day. For real. Like, it's like, because the thing is about the whole old nigga thing, the only reason why y'all use old nigga is because maybe you had a homie that died in a fucking around, staying in trouble, probably was a gang member, some shit like that. I mean, homie like a brother to you, died at 16. It seems to me that a lot of you guys are just pissed off because I made it and a lot of your homies didn't. And I get that. That's cool. But why are you calling me, why do you call me and others like that old nigga? But that's another conversation for another day. The fact of the matter is that my thing is a call to live and let live. It's a call to live and let live. So let me pull these two polls up because I usually when I run a poll I usually try to do it on the air. I ran 2 polls, so let me pull this up real quick. So how's everyone doing? I hope everyone had great productive weeks. For those of you that are in the workforce, I hope you got raises at your jobs, promotions. doing much better with yourselves. I hope your kids are doing good. I mean, I want nothing but positive, great things to happen for you guys. Seriously. Even if, I disagree with your rhetoric, I want you to succeed. Period. That's how I am as an individual, and that's how I am as a person. I don't wish to see bad things happen to you. I don't. But shit, I can't say that for all of us. I can't say that for all of us. So here's the thing. It's like, look, I remember getting into a back and forth with someone about, the space. And, my views on the space are, and when I say space, I'm talking about the black manosphere. My views are slowly shifting because my thing is, I really look for a group of black men to fortify the platform. And what I mean is, by fortify is not only have each other's backs, not only that, but defend against any attack. And I mean any attack. I'm not talking about just just a little bit of yelling and cursing like it's a shouting match. What I mean is defend. If you guys and y'all are not gonna want to admit it, and there's always some feminine ass female reasoning behind it. You guys aren't gonna defend the space. You're gonna be in the space. You're gonna be in this space. You're gonna be talking about this space all fucking day, but you're not gonna leave the space. And it's because of this. This space is becoming a really huge staple in Black YouTube, and it's starting to garner more attention. So, we'll get back to the subject matter at hand. Let me go and share the screen real quick and show you these two polls that I did. One of them was kind of hilarious. They say Indigenous TV is all good. I coined the phrase over a year ago because I saw it coming. Phil Brad is SMH in mine right now. Raven Knight, thanks for the blessings, Kev. Okay. Thanks for showing up, and I'm listening. Thanks, Kev. Oh, Grinch is leaving. Yeah, Grinch said this is last year as a content creator. And, Grinch is on his shit. I respect Grinch. Even though, I may not wholly agree with everything a person says. And that's not anything on Grinch, but that's just who I am. If you agree with if you agree with everything everyone says, either they're a really good motherfucking individual or you're a kiss ass. But look, I wish we thought more highly of this space enough to and respected enough to have respect for what's going on here. So, all right, I did this poll 3 days ago, and it got 74 votes, which is a reflection of what people really feel. But this is what should I do my next live stream on? And of course, this is the live stream that was next. I decided to do the one that got the most votes tomorrow night. The one that won was covert male feminism invading the black manosphere. Now, I will give you the context for that tomorrow night because I don't believe that everyone's going to agree with it. But I don't expect everyone to just agree with 100% of everything that I say. Treat people like you want to be treated, or treat people with a level of fairness that you would like to be treated at. The second is this negative obsession with Kevin Samuels. Now I'm about, 2 sentences away from saying that this is a no-fly zone for Kevin Samuels because I don't want to be seen as a Kevin Samuels defense force. But I will take the view that I want to take, whether the view is pro-Kevin Samuels or anti-Kevin Samuels. And the whole thing about being anti-KS is very trendy. You may not agree with the way he carries himself, but it's just like, God damn. How many times have I gone to a chat and they're just like, oh, Kevin Samuels this, Kevin Samuels that. I mean, shit. This man lives rent free in a lot of y'all brains. Now, if he is alphabet, if he's a milk and cookies person, y'all show D riding a person that's milk and cookies. That's all I'm gonna say. But I understand the problem with a lot of the things that are said about KS is the fact that there's a lot of people that act like you can't say negative things about him. I'm sorry. That's everyone. You know, even him, even Barack Obama. You know, because a lot of people like Barack Obama. A lot of people in this space are awake about Obama, but you know, people are going to get negative things said about them if they become popular. All right, the third is criticism versus insults, which pretty much ties into the other two. And the one that got 5% was the content police. Criticism versus insults. Criticism is basically, okay, I'm telling you what might be wrong with the way you're doing things, and, you know, there might need some opportunities. Instead of saying that this is what you're falling short on, we use the word opportunity. I was taught that in the professional world years ago. Okay, there might be some opportunities where you can improve, instead of just outright saying, okay, this is where you fuck it up at. Either way, both mean the same thing. One is just said one way, one is just said the other way. So, but when it gets into the realm of insults, saying things that are completely false about that person, or saying things that you can't quite prove. It might be true, but you can't prove it. But insults are never good. And when it goes into the realm of insults, then the any logic that could ensue in the conversation is over with. And I guarantee if you I'm better at insulting people than a lot of people think. I just don't come up here with insults because it's counterproductive. In fact, someone insulted me on Facebook. I insulted them so badly they blocked me. But I have yet to show that side here. And I'm sure people would love to see it because a lot of us like to default to our nigga settings. And the last one, the content police, is, you know, I mean, I think I just got through explaining that. How people sit up there and try to tell you what your content should be instead of living and let living and making the content that they feel like should exist. But I'm going to use the one, instead of saying, you know, using it tonight, the winner of the topic vote. Tonight, I'm going to bring back Any Given Sunday tomorrow night and cover this topic. So, I mean, I gave up the name Any Given Sunday because it wasn't my creation, you know. And then when I pull up my videos and, you know, the Any Given Sunday movie would come up too. So, I mean, I felt some kind of way about that. But, you know, Any Given Sunday, the movie, existed first before there was even a platform called YouTube. So, since it wasn't original, since it wasn't my creation, I stopped using it. But I like using it, and I'm going to bring it back tomorrow. And every Sunday is going to be Any Given Sunday on this channel from here on out. Unless I get some word from the movie studio, stop using that goddamn name. And, you know, that's fine. That's fine if they do that. But they're also words. So, yeah. So, anyway, you know, and this is not me trying to police anyone's content. Some people may feel that way, but it's not me trying to police anybody's content. But if you're going to, like I said, if you're going to talk about people talking too much about women, why are you talking about women? And that's where the mixed messaging comes in. It ain't like that. It ain't like, well, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other content creators. It ain't like I'm going to listen to you tell me what I should be doing as content. I do understand that, you know, people have a tendency to say stuff like, hey, you know what? What value are you offering? What value are you offering to the black manosphere? And I would say the value that I'm offering, I'm more of a principle-based content creator, meaning that I can let you know the principle of certain things. You know, as far as me telling you how you can make some money, all I'm going to go do is tell you to go get a job. That's all I'm going to do. Go get a job. Go get a hustle. And I'm not going to encourage any illegal activity, like selling drugs or bootay or something like that. Bootay for the women. I'm not interested in what men do sexually. Uh, uh, you know, if you want to know how to get in if you want to know how to get in shape, I could give you a few pointers. I could say stuff like, give up soda, give up fast food, start eating more green vegetables. You know, if you want a little bit of energy, look into start using sea moss because that's what I do. Yeah, sea moss provides at least 90 to 95 of the 100 some vitamins. Well, it's like 106 vitamins that your body needs on a day to day basis. Sea moss provides like 90 to 95 of those vitamins, which makes it the most potent multivitamin probably in the world. And when I drink that sea moss smoothie in the morning, I'm ready to go about my day. I could tell you what I did to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. All I did was drink water and go out in the sun and work out. I could tell you very many things that might be useful to improving your life. But, I'm here to talk about principles and I'm here to talk about, hey, you know what, black men, you can assert yourselves. It's okay to talk. It's okay to say what you believe is wrong with this place. Just like people criticize a space, you can take the lead and in your section, in your neck of the woods, and be vocal about it. Now, was it Tough Talk TV, Sister George's new channel? I was hearing some female talk about, well, leadership ain't talking. Leadership is sitting back and observing and strategizing and all that other shit. And in my head, I was thinking that no, what you're describing is a strategist, and even strategists have leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell y'all right now. A lot of this obsessive hypocrisy, all this mixed messaging, it is female influenced. For these men, whether they realize it or not. The way that people complain about how females are referred to in the space, you know. But here's my deal. And I'm gonna say it just like any other grown ass man would say it. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Now there. You don't have to stick around, but I would love for you guys to stick around. You don't have to, but I would love for you to. But it's like we have to make it make sense. We can't catch ourselves being hypocrites. Now, if I would go around and start talking about, hey, how you guys should not be talking about females and all this other stuff, and some female does something really stupid that goes viral, guess what? Black YouTube is going to be talking about it. It's going to be a trending topic. Now, just in case you missed out when I said this, I'm doing a convert male feminism topic tomorrow night. So, let me pull up this other poll. It's kind of funny because then now I have to mention two other content creators. And when you come to this channel, it's all about me. Is all about whatever I'm talking about. And this one got more votes than the last poll. And I was really joking around when I made this poll right here because, like, inconceivably, I can't see where, But anyway, I was like, who would win in a rap battle? Ramil or Dennis Sperling? So 57% of you said Ramil and 43% of you said Dennis Sperling. Now, all I have to say about it is this. Neither one are rappers for real. I mean, they what they did when they made them songs is they were having a good time. They were having a good time, but like as far as talent, their talents are elsewhere. These guys are also very successful men. So, but the thing is about one content creator is, really like not happy about what the other content creator has been talking about. Getting rid of the predatory Pookie. which I believe like this whole Pookie versus educated lane thing. Number one, there's a lot of context being missed in that. There's a lot of context. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lack of communication, rather. Is if these gentlemen can just sit down and talk, because they are very like they both of them do pretty good numbers. Dennis Sperling does good numbers. Ramil does pretty good numbers. I would like to see the two gentlemen actually sit down and talk and have a sensible conversation. But I don't believe that either one of them are interested in doing that with the other. And see, that's the problem with a lot of us black men anyway. There's this thing called HNIC complex, Highlander complex. Highlander complex is a social term. It's not an actual condition. HNIC complex is not an actual condition, but it's very plausible to say that a lot of us just suffer from that. We suffer from HNIC complex, which kills our ability to work together. Unless of course, we're in complete agreement with whatever the rhetoric is. And you know what? I believe we need to get over that. But, that's just my belief. And although it's all about me on this channel, it's not all about me everywhere else. So, one day we'll get it worked out. We will. Hopefully. Because I haven't lost faith in our brothers. I haven't. So, let me stop sharing this. All right. Winston Tokahisa, what's going on? 0918, thank you for stopping through. Said Ramil's live today was fire. Absalom Bianchi TV, what's going on? LaShawn Jefferson, what's up? Oh, y'all, thanks for coming through. And let me remind you, hit that like button because YouTube algorithms love that like button. So, see here, I think I've said this before, how I would go in chat and kind of defend and advocate for the space. And then the first thing somebody would bring up is KS. The first thing somebody bring up KS, oh, you're one of those KS guys, and blah, blah, blah. And I don't like the direction that this space is going in. And that's fine. But don't blame me. Shit. All I'm saying is, and then we always have this little argument that all of the content creators aren't like that. We have content creators that focus on many things in this space. Besides, women and getting more bitches and, it's all this other shit. But every time I'm looking up to the content creators that were in the space, something is female-centric. Something is female-centered. And I don't see how these arguments are even flying anymore. I just don't see it. It's like I said, if you want, okay, support the content that you feel like is right. So in the chat, whose content do you believe is the right content for the Black Manosphere, for the space itself? Cause I'm gonna tell y'all a little something after I get at least two answers. All right. Whose content do you like? Whose content within the space that focuses on the stuff that you believe needs to be focused on rather than, the whole getting bitches conversation? Okay. Is anybody gonna type an answer? And I'll check these I'll check these answers. Indigenous TV, well, I'll check the comments. Indigenous TV, and a lot of beef starts from a misunderstanding that never gets sorted out. Yeah, it does. And I mean, there's a certain top tier content creator that said specifically that he stopped doing panels because beefs used to get started. But okay. So so here's the Absalom Bianchi TV, definitely yours, Kev, BMBBH. Hey, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that comment. Uh, let's see. Street Fighter 88, what's going on? Said people should listen to what they enjoy. Exactly. Uh, 0918 Kev. What Kev are you talking about? You're gonna have to be specific. But Absalom Payanka TV, Tie City. Now a lot of people saying Tie City is a shit starter. I don't know. Tie City, I don't know. Tie City kind of reminds me of kind of I don't know, a younger, smarter me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does make some incredibly good points. He does make some incredibly good points. A lot of people just don't like the fact that he really calls out the space on BS. And you know what? If it's BS, call it out. Even if it's me, call it out. You know, Toya the Tutor. She says the Roger Report, Art New Style, DJ Cuda. Hey, I watched Art New Style the other night. I fell asleep on it, but I watched the replay, and what I can say that I saw gave me a real face palm. Yeah, it gave me a face palm. It was embarrassing. It was funny, but at the same time, I was shaking my head on the shit because Art New Style is a very level-headed, calm content creator. So why would you want to bring that kind of shit to his show? I mean, a lot of people, they like that kind of thing. They like when people duke it out like that, you know. And a lot of and people have to get things off their chest. I get that. But damn, like I don't know, brothers probably need to start representing ourselves a little bit better than this. Toy the Tutor. I mean, being BBH goes without saying. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I didn't really expect y'all to really just say me like that. If you feel that way, great. If you feel that way, great. Black Brain Trust. All right, yeah, Black Brain Trust with Complex Design and Dollar Wheel. Um, let's see who else y'all mentioned. Who else did y'all mention in here? I said, okay, Free Agent Lifestyle, Coach Greg Adams. I don't believe Coach Greg Adams consider himself to be a part of the Black Manosphere. I think he believes himself to be a part of the other Manosphere. But nonetheless, you say you enjoy him, that's it. You know. And Free Agent Lifestyle. I have to check out Free Agent Lifestyle. I mean, you guys are giving me you're actually giving me suggestions on who to check out if I don't know these guys. Yeah. So, all right. The Black Ram and Thinking Man's Templar. Imagine if that was the space in its totality. Shit, the space would be unfuckwittable. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Black Ram, but I've heard Thinking Man's Templar before as well. Uh, and Epsilon Pianki TV, he was steady painting and drawing like it was WWE. I mean, this man right here, yeah, Art New Style Bisbee, like he's very talented, man. I wish I could draw like that. I've always wanted to draw like that, but I never could get it done like that. But I was a very talented guy. So, let's see. Uh, Complex Design, what's going on? The Black Brain Trust has been buried far too long in Black YouTube, and we did nothing to deserve it. I challenge anyone to find vids by us doing reactions to other people and starting beef. Okay. I don't believe that you are that kind of content creator from what I've observed. So I can vouch for you on that. Winston Tokahisa at me. To put it into context, I recently turned on desktop notifications for YouTube. Your channel is one of the few I left set to all notifications. Okay. All right. All right. Latina Patriot or Latina Patriot, if that's how you pronounce it. What's going on? Thank you for coming by. Complex is that we simply will not accept lies. It says a lot about those in the space who do. Uh, Indigenous TV, Black Ram is the closest thing to a person in the space who makes flawless content, meaning his points hit every time. All right, well, I guess I'll start watching more Black Ram. Well, I'll name a couple of content creators myself without giving like offhand promotions. I like Grown Man Business. I like Grown Man Business. Let me see who else. The Bunker TV, RPM. The Village Arsonist is funny as shit. Like he's funny as shit. Okay, yeah. Also, yeah. But let me get to a point that, let me get to what I was about to talk about. When I first came to the space of YouTube, this was February 2018. Yeah, I started out like with a Facebook group that had 28K members that I created. It was called Black Men Being Brutally Honest with Everyone. And after a while, I wanted to not transfer, but translate my messages from Facebook to YouTube, because like Facebook to me is just about done. Like that's just Facebook is a land of trolls and misanders at this point. So, and I mean, like, it was not like I was trying to get away from Facebook. I still try to use Facebook as a resource. So when I started the Facebook group, what happened was I pissed off so many people that they refused to subscribe to my channel when I first started. Like, I would say subscribe to my channel, and people would be blatantly like, no, I'm not going to subscribe to this channel. I'm not going to subscribe to another black woman hate channel and all this other crap. And the reason why they say that I hated black women is because I wouldn't accept bullshit coming from black women. I wouldn't accept it. Because, see, here's how I see black men and black women, especially when it comes on social media, and especially when they're above the age of 18. I see them as adults. So, one thing I did learn was how hard it was to translate everything from Facebook to YouTube. You know, trying to get some support from Facebook to YouTube. I would even go into blaming other content creators that got here before me. Like, I'm not going to lie. I used to blame Tommy Sotomayor. Because the thing was Tommy made it so hard for black men that, I can't gain any kind of goddamn momentum. Shit. I used to say that shit. And, but pretty soon afterwards, I dismissed it as an excuse. It was just an excuse. As a Latina patriot. Black men being brutally honest. Maybe you should say what Jesse Lee Peterson says. Not all, but most. No, I'm not going to say that because that really doesn't work. Saying not all doesn't work. It really doesn't, because see, you can use that neck salt fallacy all you want. It's still gonna piss people off. So you might as well go ahead and just say what you want to say. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also subscribe to Absalom Bianchi TV. This dude is about on his third or fourth channel. Like how do you keep getting knocked down? It's like, damn. I peeped in on you a few times, and I ain't even see it as that bad. But I'm desensitized to most things in this world. So, all right. But when I first came to this platform, I did edited videos. I discovered streaming through Donnie's channel, YS4W. You ain't shit for watching. Donnie used to do a couple of hangouts here and there, and I used to participate in those hangouts. But for me to come to YouTube, I knew the bigger picture. Not only did you and streams work for a lot of these channels. Streams do work for a lot of these channels. Absalom Bianchi, let me see if you're a mod. Let me see if you're a mod. If you're not modded, I'm going to go ahead and mod you real quick. I came to the channel. I came to YouTube with the understanding that I was gonna have to do edits as well as maybe doing streams as well. but my concentration and focus was going to be more on edited videos. And my edited style went from kind of shitty to kind of okay. And there's still strides I have to make, maybe get better editing tools. But let me tell you something. KindMaster is a good smartphone editor. It's a really good one. It's got all kinds of stuff on there. And I pay like $20 a year for the premium features. But hey, Raining Woman, what's going on? Good to see you. Raining Woman's in the building. But when I first came to YouTube, I knew that I came with the news. I did news stories. Like that's why I kind of like do BMBBH news, because that's where I started. My first news story was about a kid who had killed his parents while they were trying to attempt to pick him up from college and get him help. Really tragic story. And like what I would later discover is that Donnie, Donnie of You Ain't Shit for Watching, my habitual line stepper brother, actually knew the woman who got killed. I was like, damn, that's some sad stuff. I didn't even know that before I did that story. But I'll probably provide the link in the description after this broadcast for people who are watching the replay that can go look at my I believe that was my second news story. My first news story was about they was having a Black History Day at a college, and I forgot the name of the company that did the catering, but they did this really fucked up Black History menu. And I mean, they got the 2 employees fired because of it. Like I said, I came in here doing news stories. I didn't come in here doing streams. But the reason why I say this is I didn't come up here in this, on YouTube, first of all, looking for a black space of YouTube, let alone looking for a manosphere. I didn't become a content creator to say, oh man, I want to join this magical place full of black men called the Manosphere, because I felt as if I already had a platform for black men. Black men being brutally honest. I wanted black men to notice you can tell these people the truth without regretting it. You might get a little ostracized because of it, but hey, that goes with the territory. If you truly love and care about your people, you'll tell them the truth. You tell them the truth. So, yeah, I did not come here looking for a black manosphere. I did not come here. And in fact, the first manosphere I encountered was the Negro manosphere, and it was not a good experience, because I came in the chat as a fresh new content creator, and this was ODJ's chat. He was interviewing Alan Roger Curry when they were cool. And I was like, yay. It was like, O'Shea, why don't you give me a little tip on how to become a better content creator? Because, I had watched O'Shea before. And, the content creators that I watch, even before I thought about coming to YouTube, was O'Shea, Phil Scott, when it was named The Advice Show, and, oh, God, I got to say this name. Cynthia G. I hope nobody heard that. Oh, what's up, Q Butter? You was looking to be around men's? The fuck is wrong with you? Oh, okay. Hey, let me tell you why he... No, I was letting men know that they could assert themselves without caring about or giving a fuck what people thought. I didn't pull any punches. And why should I? Why should I? But thanks for showing up, brother. Indigenous TV. Roger is also someone who is reaching that level as a content creator. Roger did a stream a few weeks ago that was easily the best stream I heard all month. It was a 10 out of 10. And I'm sure Roger would appreciate that. But like I was saying, the Negro Manosphere, my first encounter with the Negro Manosphere was not a very good one. In fact, there was a content creator that said, "Hey Kev, guess what I did? I bought the trademark to your name." And I was sitting up there like, what? it's like before before I even stepped into space good. Before I even stepped into space good, I already had somebody fucking with me. And I let them know, pretty much kiss my ass. I want you to try and take it from me. I don't give a damn if you do have the trademark. Come and get it. And I'll fuck you up each day you use it. And that's just me verbally. All right. Latina Patriot. Thank you for the super sticker. Hey, 0918. Sin G makes no sense. Well, I mean, like, she was like, but still, she was one of the first content creators that was in the black space that I ran into, like I said, besides O'Shea and Phil Scott. So, and her rhetoric was very different back then. So, I mean, shit. I mean, I really don't watch her. I really don't tune in to her. And I really try not to give her the energy that all these other male content creators. And why is Q Butter spelling men with an S? That's sus as fuck, man. Like what I look like going around saying men's. Nigga, you a teacher. So, I didn't come here looking for the Black Manosphere. In fact, the Black Manosphere found me through an unmentionable. I'm not going to mention this content creator's name because I can't stand that fucker right now. Because, see, here's the thing. When some shady shit happened, I gave that dude an opportunity to be a man and tell us straight up what was going on, and he wouldn't do it. So we was like, fuck him, and then he did this little doxing broadcast against myself, Roger, and Donnie. Which made me further believe that they ain't nothing but like a bunch of fuck niggas in this space anyway. We don't, like, when the word fuck boy started out, it started out as fuck nigga. So, I will use words like fuck nigga. But it was like he wanted to do some doxing broadcast. And you know what? Until this day, I still have yet to wait on a check from Applebee's because apparently I work for fucking Applebee's. Apparently. I was like, damn. It's like I was about to call him the other day. Hey, where's my check? Apparently I used to work for you guys. So, let me see. So, it really boiled down to... But, through the unmentionable, here's what happened. We got in touch with people like Judge Dre and Edward Anderson. We even had earlier encounters with Angry Man and BGS. Now, a lot of people feel a certain way about BGS. But, the man is, like, for real, aside from his own personal issues or whatever, he's a very intelligent man. Angry Man is as well. I got to give Angry Man his props. And Edward Anderson. Edward Anderson, kind of, helped this channel grow. So when he says stuff like, I promoted more content creators than anyone, then he might actually be, be correct in his assessment. And Indigenous TV, I know certain people feel a certain way about BGS. I do. I'm just telling you the story of how it happened, how the Black Manosphere found us. We didn't find the Black Manosphere. They found us. So my thing is, I didn't want... Oh, and by the way, Q Butter, you've been lurking my group for 4 years. So I don't want to hear that shit. A lot of content creators been lurking that group. Like, I'm going to compile a list and I'm going to put it out one day of all the content creators that have been lurking that group. And, and I didn't have any problem with people dropping their shit in my group. But, see, there's just some fucking weirdos that make the group unattractive. But, oh, here we go. Kareem not Karen, what's going on? Latina Patriot, cool southern accent. I don't hear that often. Yes, I'm from a city called Montgomery, Alabama. If anybody recognizes that city in particular, it was the home of the Montgomery bus boycott. In my view, the most successful boycott by any group of black people in the history of the United States. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me in the chat. So, but it was the most effective. It went on for 3 years, and they had to switch their shit up if they wanted to get that money again. 0918 Montgomery is third world though. Yeah, look, and let me tell you this: any place that has a rich history of civil rights and Black history, they're gonna tear it down. They're gonna tear it down, and we as a people, we let that shit happen. You know, Montgomery is a Montgomery has a place. Montgomery is a place of rich history, and we purposely let it go. Now, notice any Black city in America that's named after a civil rights leader or any kind of Black history figure is a fucked up area. And that's just by design. Kareem, not Karen, thank you for the super chat emoji. It's like, wow, all right, that's a nice picture. That's a nice picture. Yeah, we love Kareem around here, so she's cool. Absalom Pianca TV, my homeboys from Alabama, yeah, and so is my entire family. Phil Brad, Birmingham. Birmingham. Why you call it Birmingham? That I got some friends that stay in Birmingham. I got some family also. I got family that stay in Birmingham. Most of my family's from Montgomery, but I also have like a large portion of my family in Texas. Got a lot of people in the Metro Atlanta area. We're also in Philadelphia as well. Well, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, PA. Yeah, so everybody, thanks for showing up. But yeah, but here's the thing. We can't say the Black manosphere just focuses on women if everybody focuses on women, including the B1 network. The B1 network is one of the most female-centric ass motherfucking platforms on the planet because it's let me put you like this: it's a bunch of female-controlled men there. There's a bunch of female-controlled men and a bunch of females that want to be men. That is a very female-centric platform. So from anyone that's from B1, including Q Butter, that says that this space focuses too much on Black women, I'm sorry. Y'all focus on Black women too. But you know what though? That's not going to be my focus. My focus is going to be the betterment and assertion and the mental health of my people. Sorry. So, anyway. But like I said, the space found us. Now, do we necessarily need the space to thrive? No. And I mean, if any Black manosphere figure wants to take offense to that, I'm sorry, go ahead and take offense. But the habitual line steppers really don't need the Black manosphere. We didn't need it when we first came up. We just kind of like the space and we want to see the space grow and improve. The space has a lot of issues. There are some weirdos now. I ain't gonna lie to you. There are some weirdos. Now, no. I didn't say B1's a part of the Black manosphere. I didn't say that. They're in the Black space of YouTube, but they're not a part of the Black manosphere. You said, as goofy as this space has gotten, B1 is goofy cesspool numeral uno. Yep, I agree. And for anyone that calls himself a professional that goes to that space, sorry, I suggest you distance yourself. Like I told Q Butter, I suggest you distance yourself from those people, but you're not going to. You're not going to. So, reap the consequences of that shit. I don't care. All I know is this. If a Black boy says, hey, you know what? Why not go to that little institute that got Q Butter started? I say, well, you know what? I want you to understand one thing. that particular space advocates for you to be aborted. You know what I'm saying? So let me stop talking about them nut cases enough. Yeah, I've talked about those nut cases enough. But I'm gonna say B1 is straight up like the Trench Kingdom from Aquaman. You talking about them old vicious fish looking people? 0918 kick Obsidian from Black Manosphere. That's gonna be impossible. That's gonna be impossible because despite the fact that Obsidian talks about getting pegged, which I don't agree with, which is very suspect, he is very instrumental to the growth of this space. In fact, when Obsidian was on his way up, he did a video about a post in the group that was made by a young lady acting like, well, you know, but since she was a single mother and she still deserves someone to take care of her. And then he kept talking about those welfare cuts that Donald Trump was going to make. He kept saying, cuts! Gonna make them cuts! But Obsidian has always been pretty eccentric, and he's been pretty, he tries to be controversial. But let me tell you something, he ain't never been over here, so I mean, like, LOL, he said what, LOL? Yeah, that man was talking about, like, it wasn't gay if you got pegged with a toy by your woman. Which technically, but I'm not going to talk about technically. The fact of the matter is, I'm a grown man. You know, I don't want nothing stuck in my butt. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn if you just like the finest ass woman, you know, every time I look at you, you turn me on or whatever. No, once you start talking about some, it's not fair. I should be able to poke you too. No, that's it. No, bitch, you get away. You start to look ugly to me. Your ass started to look like Jimmy Walker. Shit. That man said Raven Knight. Changing food stamps to box food had them shook. Yeah, it did. But I'm a grown ass man. I ain't finna sit up there and let no woman, like, I'm the one, like, I was the one that was born with the natural phallus. I'm the one that does the sticking. I don't even give a damn if it's fingers or whatever. I'm the one that does the sticking, not the woman. Kareem not caring. Why? Why? Because, I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to say some controversial shit. Maybe he was. Maybe he was just trying to get some attention. But I don't believe that rhetoric should be a part of the space. I don't believe that. That man said tossed salad is one thing. No, not even that. Not even that. Oh, man. Indigenous TV, Obsidian be letting women peg him and with his, oh, God. Hey, I'm not, hey, man, don't get into talking about him too much. Like, for real. Don't get into talking about that shit is funny. Oh, God. But anyway, listen up. All I'm saying is this. Make the content. If you are a content creator, make the content that you want to see. And I used to say this in the Facebook group. Be the change that you are looking for. Don't complain about that change not coming from other people. Because I discovered with a lot of people in my walks of life that I could not rely on them to do the things that I needed done, even if I gave them that responsibility. Being a supervisor on a few jobs, I discovered that, sometimes if you want, like they have this saying, if you want the job done right, you do it your goddamn self. Jamil Sorek, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. He said, "Law, black folks have gone vegan talking about salad toss." Oh, shit. Man, we need to get off that shit. We need to get off that shit right now. So let me know in the chat. Like, do you think that when we talk about certain things that we are being hypocritical about it? Cause see, my whole thing is people did not want to let women into space, but they were talking about women. When I opened up the group, we had a few trolls come in and they were talking about women. So I didn't mind letting women in the group because I'm like, if you're going to talk about women, you need to let women have a word in defending themselves, period. And then I gotta say, every brother wasn't on that shit. Like, I wasn't even on that shit till the troll shit got too numerous for me, and I was like, okay, fuck it. Y'all ain't gonna ruin my group. I'm starting talking about y'all asses. So I made a lot of enemies that way. Yeah, Jamil Sword, yeah. I mean, so it's like this. If you're going to say some or make some blanket statements about a certain group of people, then you know what? Those people need to be there to at least offer a rebuttal. Now, if they're just being distracting ass bitches and Negroes or niggas or whatever y'all like to say, if they're going to be distracting ass people, then hey, you know what? By all means, have at it. Princessa, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and also, like I said, if you haven't, please go below this screen and hit that like button. If it's your first time here and you're not subbed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let me check out something real quick. Let me see what's going on. All right, just one moment. Ah, damn. I got 30 likes, 100%, no dislikes. So damn, I guess I'm still cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm about to open up this panel in a minute for anybody that wants to come up and perhaps have a discussion. But let me get into these comments. Indigenous TV. Bernard Riley knows Obsidian is a shameless goofy, but he'll just go with it. Never mind, because I still support Bernard. Yeah, Bernard Riley, I will say, has a very good professional looking setup. And he does run his shows efficiently. And from what I've seen, I mean, I don't watch him all the time because he's on the same, he's on at the same time Roger's on. And Roger's a habitual line stepper, so I rather support Roger than Bernard. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, no offense to Bernard Riley. He has an excellent platform. You know, he doesn't let shit get out of control either, you know. So I do respect Bernard Riley. I mean, he was kind of a rival to Sister George, my habitual line stepper's sister. But that was just a rivalry. I think they have a little respect for each other. I mean, even though they don't exactly see eye to eye. And you know, a lot of people feel a certain way about Sister George too. But you know, I believe she's cool. She's cool as a fan once you like really just sit there and talk to her. I mean, you know, a lot of things that they say, they just try to keep the emotion going. Her and Concrete Rose. Yeah, but yeah. Absalom Payanki TV. Let me sit that comment up there for a minute. Yeah, but yeah, I wanted a level forum for black people to talk. The reason why I would ever call it black men is because black men needed to be at the forefront. We needed to start commanding respect, period. And if for people who've had bad experiences, who don't believe that black men can do that, I encourage you to have a bit more optimism. I encourage you to have a bit more optimism. And not only that, a bit more pride in yourself. Now, I will say this, though. A certain content creator is about to get us in trouble with Tariq Nasheed. And Tariq Nasheed is a very intense roaster. Very intense. So, Indigenous TV. Sister George's panel with Jessica X, Gabe A, and Ramil was bullshit. They were defending Kevin Samuels to the point of satire. All they did was mock Ramil the whole time. I watched part of that broadcast, and I didn't know that it got that deep, but I did see the back and forth between Ramil and Obsidian. But I will say this about Ramil. Ramil knows how to, Ramil knows how to really like just defend himself in the face of adversity. Although like I don't understand why would you be at the forefront of saying that all men talk about is women and that's how your panels end up. But not giving any undue criticisms or anything, or not trying to hate on the guy Dirty Mac. Ramil runs like, despite that, Ramil is a very strong figure in black YouTube. But like I said, that they're doing what they're doing what it takes to be content creators. But just a whole, I'll say it like this. Just like people are allowed to criticize Kevin Samuels, people are also allowed to defend him. And I understand that y'all don't like the defense part of it, because like when you act like somebody can't criticize another person just cause, that's wrong. Winston Tokahisa, I saw the one with the woman wanting to boycott KS. But I'm saying, you better boycott them other niggas too. I mean, shit. That's the thing is, you can't take out a content creator without compromising freedom of speech. You can't. That's not possible. That's not possible. That's why I encourage everyone to, whatever rhetoric that you use, go ahead and continue to use that rhetoric. The right thing to do with people like that is to totally destroy their rhetoric. If you can. If you can't destroy their rhetoric, then you're just going to be somebody that's complaining. So, let me go and open up this panel real quick. Anybody that wants to come up, you can very well come up. All right. Let's do this. Let me stretch. Yeah, because it's been a long day for me, I took care of some things, and I had a lot of daddy-daughter time as well. Yeah, my daughter's like the best. Like I tell every chance I get, you're the best little kid in the world. She's very smart too, Winston Tokahisa. My whole thing is, if you criticize someone, you should have a logical reason for it. Exactly. And that's exactly what I was saying with criticism versus insults. If it's like, it's okay to criticize someone, but when you start saying things that are not true, when you start calling them homosexual, or you start saying they're broke or stupid or anything like that, then you take all of the logic out of it. I didn't like how they softballed that woman on the show until Roger came on and blew her up. Man, let me tell you something. The wrong person, and I would say that this is why I'm glad Roger is on the habitual line stepper team, is that Roger is exactly the wrong person to go at, because he'll explain it up and down, forwards and backwards. It'll all connect. It'll all sound like it makes some sense. Kareem not caring. Yeah. Yeah, like they just put my kid in like the gifted program. And I just like, I'm a little nervous about that, because, I want her to be a little kid. I don't want too much pressure on her. But, I want her to learn as much as she can so she can do the very best that she can in her life. That'll make me proud more than anything. I want her to do 10, 15, 50 times better than me. I want better for my child. Like, seriously. And the one thing that does motivate me to check a bitch, as I would say, is because of the fact that I do believe that grown ass black women need to be example for little girls like my daughter. You know, she shouldn't always have to look to people like I really hate to say this, but Michelle Obama. She shouldn't have to look to, you know, people like what's another good solid black woman out there? I mean, she should be able to she should be able to look at just about like any black woman out there and say, hey, it inspired to greatness. And you know, it may be like a personal agenda of mine, you know, and a lot of people don't agree with that because there's quite a few guys in this space that say that dads with daughters should not be here. They say that dads with daughters should not be in the space. There's a lot of people that say married people should not be in the space. Married men should not be in the space. And you know, and my thing is for any of those people, if you feel a certain way about me being in the space just because I have a kid, just because I have a daughter, or just because I'm married, then be the one to kick me out. I don't believe you're going to be successful, but Indigenous TV, I'm starting to side eye what's her name more and more. The bullshit smell is getting stronger in her direction. And 0918 says, what's her name has led them to the slaughter. Gynocracy. Now, as far as Grinch is concerned, brother has to do what he has to do. He has to do what he has to do. If he's not filling the space anymore, then, you know, it's whatever. Kareem, I can't. She can look to her mother, who should be her role model, not some random person. No offense to Mrs. Obama, but she doesn't know your child like her mother. Exactly. I will say something about her mother, my wife. She's one of the best people. You know, she's one of the best people, and she has done nothing but work with my daughter. You know, keeping up her academics, giving her like worksheets, workbooks to do on a constant basis. It's not always playing, it's always feeding her brain. You know, I mean, well, not always feeding her brain. We give her a balance of playing, feeding her brain, and then, you know, once she does that, then, you know, she'll probably come play some PlayStation with her father. You know, while I think about the next content I got to do or the next money move I got to make. You know, is you know, all of that encompasses in the parenting style that I do. But I tell you what, though, I'll never send my daughter to Q Butter school. Okay, but let me see. Indigenous TV. Most guys in the space are in relationships and have kids. Which you know, the whole we hate women thing. I don't get why people say that. I mean, it's like you shouldn't blanket the space. You know, you shouldn't blanket the space based on 2 or 3 content creators, because there are many content creators. There are even content creators that are within the black manosphere that have not been recognized yet. You know, so, and I mean, they're pretty good people from what I could see. Indigenous TV. Most guys in the space are in relationship and have kids. Winston Tokahisa. I think we should gather supporting data before pushing opinions like that. Pushing opinions like what? Say outcome is greater than opinions. So let me see. Check it out real quick. See how many likes I got. Oh, I got 31 likes, no dislikes. All right. So if you are in the building and you haven't pressed like, hit that like button, please. Cortez Smith, what's going on? What's going on? Indigenous, he's at Cortez Smith. Indigenous, did you see the sub stream this morning? Are you talking about Sub-Zero, a fellow Montgomery native? Cause like Sub-Zero been out of pocket lately. I mean, you're a successful man, but you sitting up here trying to drag brothers. Yeah, and see that's right there. That's what I'm talking about. Saying bullshit with no evidence. And I mean, like I said, you're supposed to be a pillar. You're supposed to be a school teacher. You're supposed to be shaping young minds for the future. And you're on everybody else's platforms talking that bullshit. Is that, about who should not be in the space? Oh, I'm not going to ever say who should not be in the space. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not going to start down that path. I mean, if I said something that implied that there are certain people that should not be in the space, please check me on that, because that is never my intent. Anybody can be in the space if they want to be in the space. Well, if they are space approved also, because I'm the one that's always going to advocate, if you're not wanted in a certain spot, then you should not want to be in that certain spot. You know, if you're not invited to a party, start your own party. And that's the principle I live by. I mean, when I was a little kid, I used to get mad because people wouldn't accept me. You know, when I was a child, I did things that were, I did childish things. But when I became an adult, I put childish things away. And, wanting to be included to me is childish. But also wanting people to not be included when everybody doesn't accept your opinion is childish itself. Now, but if I imply that no one should be a part of this space, then, I didn't mean to do that. Really, the people who decide who should be in the space are the audience. Whether people want to believe that or not. It's not the guy with the biggest numbers. It's not even the guys who compiled that official Black Manosphere list. Myself, Roger, and Edward. Indigenous TV. Sub-Zero gave me a wrench. And beyond that, I respect the OG, but man, he been saying some out-of-pocket stuff. Yeah, he has. Cause let me see. Like, me and him went to the same high school. And, although we didn't roll with the same crowds, I was more of a loner type. Like, I was a band member and he was an athlete. No, he played basketball. And, he hung around those hood types and he came from the hood. Whereas I came from the neighborhood and my parents kept me from hood type figures, even though those are the guys that I ended up hanging out with anyway. But I didn't adopt their ways. Oh, Winston Tokahisa. Black men being brutally honest. No, I mean people saying you should not be in the space because of some aspect of your identity. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Because I am not a gatekeeper. The only determining factor should be someone is disruptive or non-constructive. Okay, I can tell you that. Old boy, the one that Cortez Smith mentions in this comment right here. He was booted from the space for being disruptive and non-constructive. I'm chewing. I'm sorry. I know that's unprofessional for a content creator on the broadcast to chew. I mean, look at sports commentators. They're not allowed to chew, or they might be able to sip a little bit, but they can't chew. Indigenous TV said, Kev, if you ever decide to bring your show to the daytime, you're going to get a lot of detractors. You're the graveyard ship, so your boy blow back for the most part. You keep it to 100. Let me tell you something. At one point, when Obsidian stopped doing his show during the day, I was gonna go ahead and start doing daytime shows, but one thing that I did decide that would like maybe I should handle all my business in the daytime and try to take over the night spot because there's like too many content creators floating around, especially in the morning right now. In the morning, you got three big options. Number one, you do have the Roger Report. Number two, you got Bernard Riley. Number three, you got Ramil. So, I mean, although I'm not afraid of either one of those guys, it's just that, just trying to, play it where it's smarter. I mean, I don't doubt that I can't, I don't doubt that I can gain an audience like that, but I'm going to gain an audience here. No matter how stiff the competition is, I will win, and I will win one day, period. And I do thank you guys for believing in me enough so one day that victory might be realized. So, yeah. Well, let me read this comment. He said he was talking so bad he made Taz look like an SYSBM supporter. Wow, really? God damn. I'd expect more from that guy. Well, I've been talking for an hour and 23 minutes. I'm gonna give this a few more minutes. I did drop the link to give anybody the opportunity to come up. Well, let me get into these comments. Indigenous, yeah, I tried to be cool with black man, but the black man bashing is too much. I had to tune out after he said SYSBM is going to other countries just to leave women pregnant. There's no proof of this. You guys remember a while back, there was a certain content creator that said that guys were going SYSBM because they wanted to mess with underage girls in other countries because there's no law stopping them. And that was a really slanderous comment. Like, dudes be saying shit that would get their asses whooped otherwise. Like, seriously. Like, some of these guys get on these Wi-Fi connections and they know they're safe. So they'll say any fucking thing they want, including talking about everybody in your family that you love. Talk about your dead relatives, all that shit. He said, yeah, the devil worshiping guy. I would never trust anyone that worships the devil. Period. It's like, if you worship the devil, there's like, what ethics are there to that? What ethic? You're capable of anything. Like when I look at people like devil worshipers, I think of people like Charles Manson. I think of people like Charles Manson. So, if a person says they worship the devil, is that a person that really worth listening to? How the hell you worship the devil? I remember that comment, Kev. That was Sue ... 75. Yeah, I don't like that guy. He pokes at the space too much, not knowing that there's a crazy motherfucker on the other side that can't wait to cross paths with him. So, comments on TS. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll talk about that for a second. The Tommy Sotomayor getting into the fight with the IG model on Fresh and Fit. Remember a couple weeks back, I said that if it wasn't Kevin Samuels, it's going to be Fresh and Fit. So, hey, I was correct. I was correct. My view has always been this. Number one, no one should put their hands on anyone, period. If you do not want a consequence, no one should put their hands on anyone. Especially for people who, like Roger says, like, once you put your hands on me, you're in a fight. I might as well just go ahead and win the fight. But the one thing I will say about Tommy, when Tariq Nasheed pulled up on him like that, he didn't have that kind of energy. When Tariq Nasheed pulled up on him and tried to give him that Coon Award, he ain't had that energy at all. And I mean, like, and he had that title belt over it with a world title belt over his shoulder. He didn't dude. I'm putting you like this. If you got that kind of energy for females, you need to have that kind of energy for men. Definitely men. And you really don't need to have that. I mean, you really don't need to have that energy for female. There's so many things that you can say to a female that'll break her down anyway. Hell, I just had a female block me on Facebook, and like this is regular shit because she decided to come insult me, and I could insult her better. Like I said, I am better at insults than a lot of people. Blu-ray, what's going on? Say you not lying. Black when he turned white with Tariq. Let me tell you something. Tariq's number one, D Tubman, is one of my day one subs. I don't know if it's exactly day one, but before I reached 100 subs, that person subbed me. So, yeah. Alright, it's almost an hour and a half. I might have to cut this one off. Because, I mean, there's only so much talking I can do in like an hour. So, any questions? Let's do a little Q&A. Yeah, but the whole Tommy thing, I know a lot of people like the fact that the girl, gave him a one piece or whatever. I mean, but look, I don't like, and I'm going to say this, I don't like females acting masculine. I don't like females acting like they can fight dudes. Because the second they get their asses whooped, they're going to default, oh, I'm a woman, oh my God. I mean, don't like for real. I'm going to teach my daughter that. I'm going to teach my daughter enough to defend herself. Don't be running up on no dudes. Like, don't be running up on the, like, I recommend that for any female. Don't run up on dudes. Like, every dude doesn't have the same amount of, like, resolve and the same amount of restraint. Now, when the security guard got between the female and Tommy immediately started acting badass. Like he wanted to run up on her then. But now he's going to file a lawsuit against her. I mean, like, good luck. But 0918 says TS provoked her. I'm sure he did. But see, Tommy is somebody that is not well liked anyway, and a lot of people want to get at Tommy for the things that he has said, for the things that he said about black women in particular. But the way I view Tommy is Tommy talk about dudes and women. It's just that we as a people rely so much on the knee-jerk reaction that we're only going to see the things that we don't like. And Blu-ray makes me wonder why Soto doesn't show the same fight when men approach him face to face. Perhaps like Tariq Nasheed, because from what I heard about that Vlad TV appearance that Tommy had, and that's when Vlad TV was on his way up, before he got, I think when he was getting help from people like Lord Jamar, I heard that it was supposed to be just Tommy, and Tariq just happened to be in town. And, he had already been talking shit about, they had already been talking shit about each other. And the thing is, there was this recorded phone call. Tommy was talking about motherfucker try me like that, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, talking all this big boy shit. Excuse me. So Tariq went and confronted him about it, and then gave him a Coon Award, or tried to give him a Coon Award. Like, look. And then Tommy was like trying to be all standoffish, try to look away. Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, shit. Now, if you gonna come in here and here's the thing. I don't like being called a coon at all. If you come up to me and try to embarrass me like that, I'm gonna swing on you. And that's just all there is to it. It's like, you ain't finna sit up there and do me like that. Is that Latina chick in the red shirt was ready to go to war for Tommy when he got punched. She fucks with him for real. Man, Tommy probably fucked 2 or 3 of them girls while he was down there. And then they felt kind of salty about it. I mean, like, for real, when you have any level of fame, I mean, any, and I can tell you this, being a hard-nosed Facebook group leader, I used to get DMs. These women used to know I was married. And I used to get DMs. Oh, you cute. Oh, you sexy and all this other shit. I would get some negative DMs too. Asshole. Fuck you. I was like, look, I'm married, so I can't. And I'm not lying. I'm not trying to peacock. That's just the way it is. When you're in a top position or you seem like you're kind of an assertive man, you are attractive to women. When you have that man stance, you will attract women. Shoot. So that's just something that is something for you guys to take in. But anyway, listen up, guys. I think I'm about to wrap this up, and I'll try to do somewhat of a good closing statement or an okay closing statement, but it'll be a closing statement nonetheless. Obsession really shows a massive amount of insecurity. Now, I understand criticizing KS once a month. Maybe he said some shit that you don't like, but to make him a part of your daily diet of criticism or insults, that's an obsession. And I believe you need to get a little help. I need you to get a little help. The hypocrisy is, if you're going to say that the space talks about women too much, you need to start really pushing for other conversations like, health and wellness. AM1, shout out to AM1, did a show on health and wellness the other day. And I will say this, he did not have as many viewers as he did if he'd have talked about the fuck shit. But, you're talking about health and wellness, talking about financial security, financial literacy, how to make money, how to be a principle-based individual, how to... And when people say this kind of thing, I really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. How to acquire power. They say the words power, but they never do broadcast on how to acquire power. But if I'm wrong, tell me the content creator in the chat that does talk about gaining power. I said the only thing is like clench your fists, start yelling like Goku, and see if something happens. But but like I said, you can't say that you don't. A lot of people, like, and 95% of you can't say you don't like the female conversation. Because either you're talking about the female, you talk about getting more bitches, or you talking about dudes that talking about getting more bitches. And talking about dudes all day, which is becoming a very popular conversation, believe it or not. And it's like every time I look in, and like I've looked in on a lot of content creators. Like, it's a lot of men have this preconceived notion that if, I shit on dudes or what they say, holding dudes accountable. if they shit on dudes, that makes them look more masculine. Man, these dudes ain't shit. All they do is talk about women. Oh, hey girl, how you doing? See, I'm holding men accountable. Nah, bro, you're not. Oh, look. It's Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. He said, damn, I'm all late. Gonna watch the rerun. LLTHLS. Long live the habitual line steppers. Long live. And Absalom Pianka TV. I love having conversations with females. Easiest way to understand them. Yeah. I mean, and I've said this before. Heterosexual men are going to talk about women. So we need to admit to the conversations that we want to have. The mixed messaging is, don't tell anybody that this conversation is bad and that conversation is bad if you're just going to have that conversation yourself. Now, I will, but I'll tell you one thing that I need to improve on, then I'm going to shut this motherfucker down. And then I'll see you tomorrow night on my covert male feminism conversation. I will say this. I probably need to start collabing with other content creators. YouTube do a bad job on notifications. Steady missing segments here. All right. Well, like I said, one giveaway is I'm always here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I believe that if there is a such thing of shadow banning, which is a legend in the YouTube space, I wouldn't be surprised that I was shadow banned. And that is just based on the name. I have a very controversial name for black men being brutally honest, and I did that on purpose. Let me read this comment. Blu-ray. Tommy didn't keep the same energy with Tariq. Yep, I mentioned that. I did mention that because he is a much bigger threat. That's the point. Men just don't punch men that they can't beat. But black women love to hit men because there's almost zero consequences. Yep. You missed zero. But like getting back to what I was saying, maybe I probably do need to collab with other content creators so we can get the word that I'm here every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I'm thinking about going back to Friday. I'm really thinking about going back and taking back Friday night so I can have Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. But that's probably a little bit too much talking, especially for a person like me who doesn't even like to walk in the grocery store and see people that he know. Hey, Kev. In my mind, I'm like, shit. But 0918 collab with Ty City. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Ty City, Ty City, every time I come in a chat, even when I'm in other people's chat, if Ty City sees me in the chat, he'll shout me out. That's respect. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. He says, the thing that is missing is respect for your elders. That chick was cussing Tommy out as if he wasn't twice her age. But Tommy fed that shit as well. Like, here's the thing. And I was talking to somebody, I think it was Roger I was talking to about this the other day. I think it's a pretty bad look when I get into an argument because that person may be half my age. And getting in an argument with a person half my age, I don't care what it is. They're gonna look at the older person like they have to be the bigger, better, wiser person, and and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's not something that's not a standard that I made up. That's just a standard that that just exists. Let me see. Indigenous TV. Kev, we should do a stream about females acting masculine. I got stories to tell. Controversial ones. Peep that rainbow. These chicks lying out here. I just say that. You said I'll panel up soon, even though I'm no longer an official YouTube content creator. Yeah, I would figure as a guy named Indigenous TV, you would have a platform somewhere. But okay. Looking forward to it. Whenever you're ready, man, I'll be here. Hybrid says, it upsets me when these youngins insult people that are much older than them. We don't play that in Nigeria. I mean, we used to not play that in America. But a lot of our youngsters, they are super disrespectful, and that's some Willie Lynch shit. But one thing I will say is that us older individuals, we have to give them something to respect. I'm not going to completely kowtow because a lot of our young people are just plain fucking stupid. And I do acknowledge that. But at the same time, I understand with me arguing with a younger person, it's just a bad look for me. Let me see. there's anything else. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Listen up, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in once again, and once again, putting your faith in me to deliver a broadcast that you guys can listen to, enjoy, and hopefully you got something from it. If you didn't get anything from it, then at least you was able to have this conversation. But listen up, guys. I will be here tomorrow night. The topic will be covert male feminism into space. Hopefully I can deliver that message loud and clear, just like I do with the other messages. Thanks for all the compliments y'all gave me throughout the chat. I really appreciate it. It's not something that I look for on a day-to-day basis, but I really appreciate the faith that you guys put in me. And, that really means a lot. And it really keeps me going, even though in like the face of a lot of this stuff, sometimes it does get hard. Sometimes it's like, and I even thought about giving up a couple of times, but I don't know. I just can't. I just like it too much. And, just thanks for your support. Thanks for thanks for the super chats tonight. I really appreciate it. And, I will see you guys, tomorrow night. So, let me correct you on something before I play the closing. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power, is called Highlander complex. Highlander syndrome is an actual condition. Oh, what up, Yogami? Long live. Is an actual condition. Highlander syndrome is when you reach a certain level of maturity as a child, probably a preteen, and your body stops maturing. You'll get older, but your body stops maturing. Two really famous examples of Highlander syndrome is Gary Coleman and Emmanuel Lewis. Gary Coleman was, Arnold on Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? That guy. And Emmanuel Lewis was Webster. Yeah, so we got to be careful. We got to be careful and make sure that we get the right terminology. Highlander complex is a social term. But anyway, guys, listen up. Listen up. Listen up. That's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Long live the habitual line steppers. And Kev, we trust. Till next time.